It is daily laying our lives down for not only God, but for other people. So in that video that I just stitched, I was talking about how Jesus lived the life of laying down his life for his friends. He had just heard that his family member had died. He was grieving. He wanted to be alone. And yet when the multitudes followed him and showed a need, he had compassion for them and helped them rather than being alone. And I would like to share a testimony of how God got me to a similar place as he. So in the past, I was disabled and in a lot of pain. Like, I have a little bit of pain but it's not nearly as severe as it was. And I would rest and I would do as little as possible because I was in so much pain that I physically felt like I could not do it. But there became a time that God said no more. Little bit of background: when I first started following Christ, he told me he was going to be strict with me, and he followed through with that promise, and I love him all the more for it. I've had a lot of suck it up buttercup moments with God, and this was one of them. I remember walking down the street, going for a walk because I love going for walks, and complaining to God about how the family member I had lived with wasn't having compassion on my pain and was expecting me to do things that I didn't think I could do because of this physical pain. It hurt so bad. And God in that moment basically told me to suck it up, buttercup, and to do it. He showed me the selfishness and the pride behind my complaining, behind me not wanting to do it because of the pain. And when we have part of our flesh pulled out of us, it literally feels like a physical, as if he's like going down in there and pulling an organ out of us. I remember the physical feeling of this being ripped out of me. And like I said, it was a big suck it up, buttercup moment. Do it despite your pain. This is my character. This is, if you want to walk in my character, if you want to walk the way I walked, deal with it. Jesus did not give in to his body. Instead, he rather showed compassion and helped other people past what he felt. So I have learned that there are a lot of times that I may not feel like doing something, but I always go back to that suck it up, buttercup moment. And I'm like, nope, I need to do this because this person's oppressed. This person needs help. This person's sad. This person just needs an ear to lean on. Whatever it is, to suck it up and to move past my wants to do it. But it took some real pain to get there. The Bible tells us to do all things without grumbling or complaining. It is very difficult to get to that kind of place. Extremely difficult. All of us are going to fall in that. All of us are going to fall short in that. But we are to strive to do what we can without complaining or grumbling. So when times get tough, but you see there's a need, when somebody asks you to do something and you see a need, remember that God does get a little tougher with us. If we want to grow in his character and his likeness, we have to die to our flesh. We have to die to that grumbling and complaining and suck it up, buttercup, and do it. Otherwise, we won't grow into Christ's character as much as we need to. Because yes, God changes our hearts and becomes softer towards his ways. Our hearts aren't hardened towards his ways. We are able to learn his ways. We have more of a desire for his ways. But the responsibility is on us to go forward and put that into action.